Hello, beautiful people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. If you are new to my page, my name is Allison Wellington. I am a certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with busy professional women to help them learn how to attract and keep the partners that they deserve. I am kicking off a 6-part dating series. I'll be going live every day between today and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday because I want to impart some super important information on you. I want to leave you changed. I want to help you to get into the best relationship of your life. I do have some housekeeping things. So number one, I am hosting another training on Thursday night. That is July the 17th. That's called Dating 101. And in the Dating 101 masterclass, I'll be teaching live on Thursday the 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be going in more specifically around where to find like-minded, equally yoked, marriage-minded men. Okay, so this 6-part series will not be covering where to go. Okay. Also in my live Dating 101 masterclass, which will be on Thursday, the 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern, it is $27, all sevens, good numbers, right? I'm also going to be having a live Q&A for you. So I'm going to be hearing from you, your specific concerns, your specific needs, and how I can coach you right in that moment for a whopping $27, unheard of. So make sure that you go ahead, and I'm going to put the link in. How do you do this? I don't want to do cancel. I guess cancel. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the comments. It's also going to be in the description when we are done, so that you could go ahead and jump on that. So again, if you are just joining, my name is Allison Wellington, certified dating and relationship coach. I have a master's degree in I have a bachelor's degree in education, a master's degree in counseling, a master's degree extension in mental health counseling. I have been working with busy professional women for the last 5 years to get them into the best relationships of their lives. I've helped over 300 women do just that. I have over 300 testimonials from women. I should say I have 300 testimonials. I'm sure it's way more than that. Where I've helped these women get into healthy, committed relationships, help them get engaged, help them get married, help them have, well, I help them have the babies because I help them with their partnership. So they have babies with the love of their lives. They are buying houses. They are traveling the world. They are being the rich auntie. They are being the super rich mommy. They're doing all the things because they work with me. And so again, I'm doing this 6-part series right now live every day. It will be different times a day. So you have a couple of choices so that you can get the alerts. Number one, you subscribe to my channel if I offer you value. Number two, you join my VIP list. Just comment the word VIP and I'll send you the link. It is also in the description. All right. So we are going to jump on. You're going to give me 30 seconds because I'm going to tell Instagram the same thing that I just told y'all. And then we're going to get into the learning. Here we go. Story. Rock with me. A little filter on there. I'm looking a little rough. Little, got me. Thank you. Hello, Instagram land. You are in the wrong place. That filter was a little too rough. Can we soften the filter a little bit? Oh Lord. All right, we'll do this one. Hey, Instagram land, if you are watching me right now, you are in the wrong place. Instead, you need to be on YouTube. So I am doing the 6-part successful dating formula series exclusively on my YouTube. I'm going to put the link right here, and I'm turning to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Bye, Instagram. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are, oh man, look a little ashy. They're gonna have to forgive me because I ain't got time. All right. We here together in this. And time is always of the essence for me as a mom of 2. Right. So I ain't got time to redo it. They should have been subscribed to my YouTube like y'all did. Anyway, boop boop. 6-part. Let's do this. 6-part dating series. Let's do that. Let me put free in there because y'all love the free. 6-part free dating series. All right. Boom shakalaka. We're going to put some, you know what? I went to go put captions on my Instagram. I don't like captions have disappeared for me or something. Okay. And boom. All right, good. So we are getting into this thing right now. So You may have not seen this. I went through a little bit of a breakdown on my Instagram last Tuesday it was. And the breakdown was that I attended a mastermind. So I have a business coach. I don't just tell y'all to invest in yourselves in the areas where you need help, right? I do it too. I do it with my fitness coach. I do it with my business coach. So I have a business coach. Her name is Terry Kauser. All right, good. She hosted a mastermind. She called it Wealth on Water. So it was a business mastermind that is on a cruise ship. We were on the Utopia of the Seas, and we went to the Bahamas. We stopped in the Bahamas on the second day, and on the third day we stopped at like their private island, right? So we're on this cruise, and not only is she speaking, but she also has curated a, I want to use the word panel, but I don't want you to think it was just like panel style, right? But a panel, a list of speakers who are super strong in their particular areas. So one of the speakers that she had is a woman that's super popular here on YouTube. Her name is This Is Nikki, and she talks about content creation and AI integration. How do you integrate AI into your content creation as a business owner so that you can create more content, make it easier, right? So she had her as a speaker. My coach Terry also had someone whose name is Connie S. Falls. If you're in a business space, you know who we're talking about. She calls herself systems based. So she teaches businesses how to create systems, standard operating procedures, so that they can organize themselves, so they could pass their business on when they're done, so that they could sell their business. Because if all of the information you have is up in here, then how would you be able to allow somebody else to ever take over the business, right? Now, I made a mistake from the beginning, and I named my business Align with Allison. So now the expectation is that everyone, for as long as I have my business, which I intend to be as long as I want to work, they're going to expect to work with Allison. That's a mistake I already made. But moving forward, when I expand, when I add other coaches, how do you do that? So she had a litany of speakers who were on this cruise, this business cruise. She called it Wealth on Water. All right, good. That's where I was last week in the Bahamas with my sister on this cruise. One of the other speakers that she had, his name is Suleiman Rahman. He is a 7-figure business owner out of Philly, right? Suleiman, out of Philly, 7-figure business owner. He's the one who opened up Wealth on Water. He was the first speaker. And something that he said compelled me. Something that he said really stuck out with me. All the speakers were amazing. I took copious notes, right? But there was something compelling about what Suleiman said. And I went on live on Instagram on Tuesday to share it. And I told them, Instagram, that not only was I sharing it and I gave a brief synopsis, but I decided I was going to do a 6-part live series on YouTube exclusively. So shout outs to you if you have subscribed to YouTube. If you are here, make sure, and I offer value. Only if I offer value, make sure that you do subscribe if you haven't done so already. I said on that live that I am going to do a 6-part dating series based on I was going to say scripture, but based on a foundational element that he taught us about business, right? Based on what he taught us about business. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it up because I want to read it to you. And then we are now going to start day 1 of the 6-part dating series. And again, even though I'll be going live every day for the next 6 days for about 30 minutes, we have an in more depth dating 101 masterclass that is Thursday the 17th. You see it scrolling across the bottom, where I'm going to be specifically talking about how to meet marriage-minded men. We're going to have a live Q&A so I can coach you through your particular issues, and I'll be offering discounts on coaching. So make sure that you check out the comment here that will be pinned, as well as in the description, for even more depth. It is a whopping $27. If you don't want to invest $27 to fix your love life, I don't think you're really serious about it, which is cool. If you ain't serious, I'm not serious. It's all good, right? And if you ain't got $27, then we need to be on Indeed and we need to get off of dating apps. All right, that's the shade for the day. Now, what did Suleiman say? Suleiman said, this is the notes that I took. All right, it's multiple pages of notes, but Suleiman said, this is the success formula that I learned at the business cruise that I am now going to apply to dating. Suleiman said, the success formula is clarity plus belief times skills plus influence times focus plus work ethic equals success. I'm gonna try to see if I can type it real quick. Clarity. Oh Lord, I'm gonna expose it. I can't spell. Clarity plus belief. And I ain't got time to be looking for parentheses. All right. So y'all gonna have to just remember PEMDAS and all the things. Clarity plus belief times skills plus influence time. So again, remember, y'all got to put the parentheses in. Focus plus work ethic equals success. And I promise y'all, this is my first day of day 6. So y'all gonna rock with me. And I promise I'll have this prepared. You know what? I feel compelled. I got to put the parentheses in. I'll have this prepared better. I'll have this copy and pasted and ready to go before, so that everybody has a point of reference. Okay. So again, I am on a business mastermind with my business coach. And one of the speakers said this. He said that if you want to be successful in business, and we're going to apply it to dating every day for the next 6 days. If you want to be successful in your business, you need clarity plus belief times skills plus influence times focus plus work ethic in order to be successful. How does this apply to you? If you are on this live stream, then you are a busy professional woman who wants to be in a healthy relationship. You joined the live because I told you to. You like me, I like you. You want to learn. So today, day 1, we're putting some notes. So y'all should be taking notes too. Day 1, we are covering clarity, which is my area of expertise. So today, day 1, we are covering clarity. All right, good. So how do you get clear? Why is clarity so important in your dating and relationship life? Clarity is the most important element in your dating and relationship life, period. I added this too for the youngins, right? Clarity. Why? In order for you to be able to discern whether or not the gentleman in front of you is an appropriate match for you, you first need to be clear on what your non-negotiables are. I'll say it again. In order for you to be able to assess, to vet, to discern whether or not the gentleman who is in front of you is an appropriate match for you, you first need clarity on exactly what your non-negotiables are. Let's define non-negotiables. Non-negotiables are the behaviors and traits that a potential partner must seemingly have in order for you to be with them. I'll say it again. The non-negotiables are behaviors and traits that your potential partner must seemingly have in order for you to be with them. You have to know what that is before you go outside. I put it clear. I put it plain. You need to know what that is before you go outside, before you go on apps. How can you assess whether or not the person in front of you is an appropriate match if you don't know what an appropriate match is? You got to know what that means to be an appropriate match before you can decide whether or not the person in front of you is that. Right? If you are just coming in, my name is Allison Wellington. I'm a certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with busy professional women to help them learn how to attract and keep the partners that they deserve. I have a bachelor's degree in education. I have a master's degree in counseling. I have a master's degree extension in mental health counseling. And I have over 300 testimonials from women just like you who may have not learned how to navigate dating in their younger years. They were so focused on their education or on their career or other things. And as a result, they may be potentially struggling in their 30s, their 40s, and 50s. They recognize they want to be in a healthy relationship. They may want to be married. They may want to have children or more children. Or no, you want to be the rich auntie. You're traveling the world, but you want partnership. So we are going through the success formula that I learned on my business coach's mastermind, Wealth on Water, right? Terry Kauser. And I learned this from one of the speakers, Suleiman. He said the success formula for business, which we're now translating to dating, and we will be doing every single day for the next 6 days. He said the formula is clarity plus belief times skill plus influence times focus plus work ethic equals success. I put it in the chat. Every day we're going to be covering one of those elements. We just started with clarity, which is my area of expertise. That is what I coach on all day, every day. Because again, how can you be sure whether or not the gentleman who's in front of you is an appropriate match if you don't know what appropriate match means for you? Okay. Now, a couple of things you guys are thinking. Well, Allison, I don't even have a guy who's in front of me in order to have an appropriate match. Yeah. So you're going to get into the Dating 101 Masterclass that is live on Thursday, 7 p.m. So I'll be doing 2 lives that day. I'm going to do the live here on YouTube for you, and then we're going to dig in deeper with a live Q&A and talking about where you find these men. I will not be covering that in the live series. So it's in your best interest to get into the Dating 101 Masterclass, which will be live on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I already put the link in the comments. I will put it again. It will be pinned and it will be in the description. Okay. But again, let's get back to the topic at hand. Clarity. So now your first question was, well, Allison, I don't have a man in front of me to figure out. That's secondary, which is why we're going to cover that only in the Dating 101 Masterclass, but that's secondary. But if a man did fall into your lap, which is rare, but if you did follow all the other advice you've been following with me and you are already in the right places, right? And when he gets in front of you, your question is, well, I don't know what to do. That clarity goes back to the non-negotiables. What are the behaviors and traits that a potential partner must seemingly have in order for you to continue to date them? You have to get a pen and paper. We're going to keep it old school. I don't want your Notion AI app, right? I don't want your notes. I want a paper and a pen. I need you to write down what are the things that this man has to have in order for him to be the right one for me, para mí, right? Not para tú, not para tú, or para ella. I don't know. Not her, right? For you, because your non-negotiables may vary from others. I'm going to share some of my non-negotiables just so you have a reference point, but don't say, oh, well, these are Allison's and she's the dating expert. No. What are yours? So the non-negotiables I've written down in the past, when I penned this back in 2012, when I was an 8th grade social studies teacher, and this aligned with Allison was working in the background since then, right? This is a download from God. This is not me. This is a download from God. This is not me. This is a download from God. This is not me. And I said, you know what? I need to figure out exactly what I require out of a man before holding any man in front of me accountable to those things. And so I don't waste my time, my effort, my energy, my money. And yes, women spend money too, right? Besides the date part, makeup, gas, outfits, right? Okay. My eggs. I ain't trying to share my eggs with the wrong man, y'all. I'm not trying to share my eggs with the wrong man. Okay. So 2012, I said, what are my non-negotiables? So I wrote down a list. It's not going to be perfect. Forgive me. It's literally been like 13 years. I wrote down attractive to me. I wrote down hardworking. I wrote down affectionate. I wrote down family oriented. And then I also wrote down backbone, which I would now translate 13 years later into masculine. Okay. So those are my non-negotiables. You might put some other stuff. You might have to put, if this is your life, if this is your moral compass, you might put something like God-fearing. Now, of course, in retrospect, I realized I should have put that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you put down the things that are a must for you. And when I say a must for you, we have to be reasonable, y'all. Make sure the things that you are writing down as your non-negotiables are things that you have or things that you can complement. I'll say it again. Make sure when you are writing down your list of non-negotiables, these are things that you have or things that you can complement. What does that mean? If you write down that this man has to be an effective communicator, that means you need to be an effective communicator. Why? Because why would a gentleman who has this skill set want to take 3 steps back and date a woman who does not communicate effectively? Right? So you either need to have the behavior that you're writing down on your paper, and or you need to be able to complement it. What does a compliment look like? It means if you say that this man needs to be well-to-do, number one, you need to be okay. I ain't saying you got to be rich like him or whatever. You got to be okay, right? We are not going to put all of our eggs in a basket of a man to take care of us for the rest of our life. It is way too dangerous. It is silly, and I don't want that for you. Right? You may listen to other channels who talk about blah, 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 and that's fine. Nobody's going to throw money away. I'm not going to have a man who has money and throw him away because he got it, but I'm not going to let that be the end all be all, because if that money runs out, then what? If he finds a newer model, right? He has all the properties in his name. I haven't secured a thing, then what? I'm off the point. Point is, if you are dating a man who has means, you need to be someone who can manage means. Because again, even though he might not require you to be well-to-do, why would any man want to risk his fortune on someone who is a liability? Come on, somebody, right? And so, again, we're going back to the success formula. Clarity plus belief is in the comments, times skills plus influence, times focus plus work ethic equals success. We are talking about the dating success formula. I learned this formula on Wealth on Water, which was my business coach, Terry Kauser's mastermind. Okay. And so I learned this there. Hey, Terry's in the building. Come on, somebody. Make sure you click the link. If you're trying to get your business in order, your credit in order, you are trying to buy a house, you are trying to get some properties, you're trying to do the thing, then make sure you check it out. And I'm going to be on the cruise next year so we could have a good old time. All right, good. I'm writing on my whiteboard right now. Thank you, Dion. And then Letitia says, this is good. Whatever you want, become that. Exactly, Kathy. Exactly, exactly, exactly. And make sure, I don't have enough likes in here. All right. I see 25 people who are watching, and I need you to like. And if this is valuable, I need you to like. If this has been valuable to you, I need you to subscribe. I need you to do all the things. And also, I need you to be on the Dating 101 Masterclass. I will be doing an hour and a half about where to go to find like-minded men, or where they can find you, how to position yourself. We're going to be going into the very specific, applicable nitty gritty. Okay. So make sure you join us on the Dating 101 Masterclass, which will be on Thursday, 7 p.m. You know what? You know what I might do? This is what I'm going to do. Don't worry about it. Well, all right. I already said this. So I'm going to tell you. I hate when people do that. I'm going to go live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for this series. I'm going to only do the masterclass on Thursday, but the masterclass is going to be deep and it's going to allow Q&A. So make sure that you join that, right? The masterclass link is all there. And then I'll pick back up and I'll do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That way I'm not killing myself, because I got to be realistic. And this is super valuable. So you need to get with it. Okay. Okay. So again, success formula, clarity. You need clarity in order for you to date successfully, in order for you to vet, in order for you to discern. What does that clarity look like? You need to figure out exactly what are the non-negotiables for you. What are the behaviors and traits a potential man must seemingly have in order for you to date them? In my coaching program, The Partner You Deserve, I work with my clients on narrowing it down to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 behaviors or traits that's on their list of non-negotiables. Why? Because if we have a laundry list, we are then creating an avatar of a man who does not exist. It doesn't mean that the guy who's in front of you may not have more. That's great. But we need to niche down, and we have to get super specific about what the musts are. Because I'll say this, and I say this lovingly, you've been dating the frosting, and I'm trying to teach you how to bake the cake. You have been dating the frosting, and I'm trying to teach you how to bake the cake. Your 6 non-negotiables are the cake, or is the cake. The rest of it is frosting. And so I say this, and I say this lovingly, because this is one of the things I get a lot of pushback about, why it has to be so little. Yeah, you've been doing it your way, and it hasn't been working. Listen to me. 6 is it. All right, good. So now you're going to get those 6 non-negotiables, the behaviors and traits your potential partner must seemingly have in order for you to date them. Now that you have those 6 on paper, you are now going to create a list of questions, and a list of observations, a list of behaviors you're going to observe that would match that non-negotiable. What do I mean? Like I said, one of my non-negotiables is that my husband would be hardworking. So if I would write hardworking, and you guys remember, and we're going to have slides for Dating 101. So we're going to freestyle this, because it is what it is. But Dating 101, we're going to have slides. So it'll get in there. So I want you to think about when you were in school and you had the spider thing. It was a circle. You put the word inside of the circle, and then you had all the lines that came out. All right, you're going to do that. You're going to put your non-negotiable in the middle. So let's take mine, which was one of mine, which is hardworking. From hardworking, inside of my circle, I would say, what does his schedule look like? If he only working 5 hours a week, depending on the work. And so that's why we continue to ask questions. The likelihood of him working part-time and being a hardworking man is slimmer. I'm going to have to do some more digging. What he actually does. Is the work challenging, right? So these are questions I'd be asking on the phone or on our first date. I'm going to ask, is there room for promotion or growth? Does he see himself doing something else? Is he fulfilled at his work? Does he have a side hustle that he's super passionate about? So I'm going to ask a whole lot of questions around his work in order to paint a picture. It's not a hard yes or a hard no for most of your non-negotiables, unless it's like marriage or children. Most things, there may be some nuance, right? So I'm going to ask continual questions to paint a picture over time. And I'm going to take those responses. I'm going to paint the picture. If he tells me he works 20 hours a week, it's super boring, it's an easy job, he doesn't want to move on, he doesn't want a promotion, even though there is growth, there is no growth, he has no side hustle, he has no dreams or aspirations to do something else, he's an inappropriate match for Allison. That was a mouthful. If he says he works part-time, right? My non-negotiable is hardworking. He works part-time. It's a cushy job. There's no challenge to it. He has no desire to be promoted. He has no room for growth and is not looking for anything else. He has no side hustle. He's good. He's going to just wait till he retires. When he retires, he's going to fish all day. That's an inappropriate match for Allison. Why? Because one of the foundational elements of Allison Monique Williams Wellington is hard work. I am of Caribbean descent. My family is from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is ingrained in our culture. You know, all the jokes about Jamaicans have 5 jobs. I ain't Jamaican, but I'm Caribbean. You get the point. That's a part of my culture, is hard work. I cannot be with a man, even if he made enough. I would not be turned on by a man who was happy with just enough. He got to want a little bit more. And maybe I'm a part of the plan to help him get there as his wife, as his helpmate, but I cannot deal with somebody who's willing to kick up their feet. And you know what? I also perceive that as, when we taking care of these kids, I have 2 under 2. When we taking care of these kids and you're leaving me for dead and have your legs kicked up while I'm doing all the work, when I perceive that when I have to do all the cooking and all the cleaning and all the laundry and bring in an income and take care of these kids and take care of myself, come on, somebody. That's an inappropriate match for me. Does that make sense? Okay. So again, to reiterate, I am going to be going live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, different times. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. Make sure you join my VIP list. I'll have the link. Comment the word VIP list and I will send it to you, as well as the links will be everywhere. It'll be in the caption, it'll be in the comments. So you can get alerts of when I'm going live. It's a different time every day. I'm a busy professional woman like you. I'm a mom of 2. I am a wife. So me going live it might be in a car one day. So make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you do all the things so that you can get those alerts. I'm going to go live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I can cover the 6-part dating success formula that I learned on my business cruise with my business coach, Terry Cowser. I'm going to be applying that here, right? On Thursday, though, 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be hosting the Dating 101 Masterclass, where I'm going to go in a deep dive about the practical application. Where do I go to meet like-minded, equally yoked, marriage-minded men? I'm also going to be doing Q&A during that time. So, Kathy, I see that you have a question. Unfortunately, I won't be doing any Q&A during these live streams. The 6-part live stream here on YouTube, I will be doing Q&A for the Dating 101 Masterclass. So go ahead and click there and join us. Okay. Excelente. Kathy says, I don't want to be the man and the woman in a relationship. Absolutely. It's outrageous. All right. So again, make sure that you, matter of fact, let me see if I can pull this up and put it in right now. VIP list. Ooh, I just heard the kids are coming in. So I am right on time because I absolutely have to go. Let me put this in the live chat right now so I don't miss anybody. Now, this is for you to join my VIP list. It's going to ask for your name, your phone number, your email, so I can text you 10 to 15 minutes before I go live so that you know I go live. Make sure you also subscribe. You'll get an email when you subscribe. It's not as effective as a phone number, so put your phone number in so I can let you know when I'm going live. But I will do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the 6-part series, but very specifically, I'm going to be doing Dating 101 on Thursday, where I'm going to be talking about where to go in your city to be found by like-minded, equally yoked, marriage-minded men. And I'll be doing a Q&A so I can work with you specifically in that session. It is a whopping $27. Stop playing. To work with me, $27. I'm not trying to come across over the top, but $27 is wild. Okay. All right, beautiful people. This was a pleasure. Make sure that you do a couple of things. You're going to subscribe to this channel if you found value. You're going to join the VIP list so I can text you when I'm going live. And you are going to join me in the Dating 101 Masterclass. All right, folks, I will see you tomorrow. You will only get the alert if you subscribe, and I can text you if you do the VIP list. All the links will be everywhere when this is done. And you guys are amazing. The family's on the other side of that wall. I can hear them. This is stressful. Gotta go. Bye.